Jason, how would you characterize the round today?
A little up and down, but I mean, I'm just trying to think. Like, this is probably the most stressful and frustrating golf course you can potentially play if you're just missing fairways. I mean, you like, it's really difficult to hit the greens when you miss fairways. I missed a lot of them over the last couple of days, so just saving them for tomorrow.
What was maybe a little bit off, do you think, with your driver?
I just feel like I'm getting a little underneath, and that's just on everything. I just can't quite get the club, back out late, coming into the golf ball. And when I get a little bit underneath, essentially it's like dragging the club. So you got a little bit of an open face, so you get a little bit of a two-way miss. So I'm just trying to, and mind you, like, I think a lot of it comes back to my setup. I was kind of on the back foot a little bit, more leaning to the right. When that happens, you kind of have a little bit of forward press, or kind of push the hands a little bit forward just to kind of bring the flight down because I'm so far behind it. But worked on it yesterday, still not quite there. I know the fix, but it's just hard to do it under pressure.
What's your mentality heading into tomorrow? Maybe like 4 back?
You know what? Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm just I mean, it'd be nice to play stress-free golf tomorrow, but I know that's just not how my game is. So hopefully, I wake up tomorrow and it just happens. But not to be honest, I mean, I feel good about my game in regards to where my head's at. I just have to get the process a little bit better. It'd be nice to just try and work a little bit on the stuff before tomorrow's round. I don't want to do too much because obviously you got to go out there and play. But Cantley's got a lead right now. He's hit just short of the green, so he's probably most likely going to get that up and down. Have 2-shot going into tomorrow. So over some guys that played really good golf. But I mean, I'm kind of back a little bit. If I can go out there and shoot a decent score, especially on a Sunday, because Sunday scores, as you know, are a little bit different to the rest of the week. Everything tightens up, so it might give myself a shot if I can shoot a decent one.
Jason, they showed a breakdown of your swing on the broadcast from 2015 versus today.
Okay.
You're getting a lot more hip turn in the backswing.
Yeah.
Is that something that you were trying to implement?
Yeah, so, well, I mean, I was getting a little bit, I wouldn't say that I'm swinging at the greatest right now, but like I was getting a little bit too restricted in the hips and then getting too far lateral on the way back down. And then if I can get deep enough into my right hip, typically that will just set up a better transition and on the way down. Because like essentially what I'm trying to do is just trying to keep my hips back far enough where I keep my head over the ball a little bit better, and I can kind of rotate through the shot a little bit better. And it actually elongates the spine and everything too, so it's actually better for your health. It's just, I'm still trying to do it. Like, it's not 100% perfect, but I'm still trying to do it, and it's been great for my body because I feel healthy.
So are you trying to get your right hip deeper?
Deeper,
okay.
yeah, deeper. Because essentially, like, if you get too lateral, then the femur bone in the hip just gets jammed, and then you restrict your hips to turn even more. So essentially, I'm just trying to have my femur just turn in my hip, and then that's typically when I get a little bit deeper. But like, it kind of relates back to my rib cage as well. If my shoulder and rib cage gets a little high, then typically I get too lateral. So I just got to try and feel like I keep this down, and when I push my left shoulder down, it usually gets my right hip back further.
So it was a health motivated change?
Yeah, all the swing changes have been like health motivated. Gotcha. But I mean, obviously I want to hit good too. But I feel like it's getting there, and it's shown a lot of good progress and a lot of good results over the last year and a bit. It's just like the little small things that I'm trying to get a handle of now. Like I was talking about, like getting the club to kick back out late, not get too far underneath and steep. Too far underneath and like get the club dragging is what I mean. Sorry. Once I can do that, then I'll have a lot more confidence with my swing. But till then, got to have a good short game.
In your opinion, what makes the 10th hole a good hole?
Well, there's just so many. I wouldn't say there's a lot of options, but I mean, majority of the time you're It's just a great hole because of the green complex is just off the charts. I know they flattened out the right side. It's important to get a good tee shot there, because if you're in the wrong position, then you're chipping sideways to the middle of the green, putting across essentially. But it can bring in birdie for the most part. You don't really have a lot of eagles there, and it can bring in double. And when you have that massive variance of shot or shots over a really small hole, that's what's so unique and great about that hole.
Jason, I think across this property you can find some places that you're hitting shots where there's not a ton of people around.
Yeah.
Which makes me wonder if when you crest the hill on 18 and suddenly you see this amphitheater
Yeah,
of
it's cool.
thousands,
Yeah.
does that stand out to players like yourself?
Yeah, it does actually. It's nice to be able to have that type of atmosphere, and I know, like, it just sets up great for like fan watching on 18, especially how that hill sets up. But it is unique because it's not the easiest hole.
No.
You know what I mean? And especially coming into that green, the way that the green sits and pitches and how hard the green can be, the left to right slope, everything wants to push the second shot a little bit right. Mm-hmm. So it's a tough finish because like everything kind of moves that way, and you're trying to give yourself the best chance of making a birdie, especially if you're around the lead or like leading. And then you got the fans on top of you. You know what I mean? So it's kind of
Does
cool.
it feel like they're on top of you because the hill
They're
is so
they're
steep?
right there. Like they're not too far from the edge of the green. So that's kind of like a little coliseum to a certain degree. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Thank you.
Thanks. Cheers. Thanks.